Abalungi abatulaba ku mukutu namba emu ogwa Diaspora Connect UG tubebaza okuba nti mutulaba. Nkomyewo nate n'omulundi omulala erinnya nze Mary Flavia namulindwa kola mwana Kristo Kirabo mukyalo Muganda edirengavi akabbiro jerengesa. Mbaniriza. Ku mukutu guno kwe tukwetera abantu ab'enjawulo abakuzaamu essuubi ba celebrities bo beweebuuza abantu ab'enjawulo bo tamanyi bo tawulyanga nako nenga they have a story to tell. Nga story eno not to show off but to inspire you in one way or the other. Musheno tuleeta abantu abatugamba nti wooli si woolina okuba ne weeyongerako. Ayina gamba nti awooli olabanga ensi ekomye tekomye etandika butandisi. N'omulundi guno nkomyewo ne yali mukozi munnange twakolako ku TV y'omuntu wa bulijjo Bukede TV 1 nga nkola oluyimba lwo ng'akola show endala yakolako makeup nakola ku celebrities bangi n'abantu abalala bangi nakola ne ku studio ku Equatorial Parking Mall mumutegedde bwe ngamba yoyo. Yakolako program Muvubuka Weyogere where she inspired a lot of people abavubuka ab'enjawulo because she used to visit schools n'ababulya kino ne boogera kiti ne bafuna ebyokwewunda. She's so passionate about beauty nti ebyokwewunda abyagala nnyo omutegedde stop togamba yava ku TV n'agenda afumbirwa era bw'atyo n'atusiibula n'agenda ku mirwano wano kumpi si kumpi nnyo kale nti mu East naye yagenda mu West Africa Nigeria. Angambe Flavia ama coach. Nenze kigambo coach. Unless you add on something else. Ndoza wa mpira. Coach wa Arsenal, wa Man U, wa rugby, wa Lakers, coach wachi. Nanga Flavia mbulira abavubuka mental therapist. Kuke nyini. Banya bane basebo. Let's welcome Fyona Kirabo.
Yeah. Siba inokola.
Awulankuwaludde. Ayaya. Kirabo toli mwangu. Olwadde weekwekera ki?
Mbadde neekweka.
Soka weeyanjule. Soka tubuuze ko how are you? How have you been?
I'm fine.
Towayogezanga bawombe afune.
Ne bulijjo bwe njogera.
Oyogera otya?
Bwe ntyo.
Ntino ki?
Nti ndi bulungi.
Okay, tutandike. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
Soka babuuzeeko.
Muli mutya.
Bantu.
Muli mutya about Diaspora Connect. Thank you, Flavia, for having me,
Please.
first of all. And I hope you're doing okay.
Very okay.
About Diaspora Connect, thank you for loving Flavia, family. Family Diaspora Connect, thank you for loving Flavia. Thank you for loving Fenabale Tawano. And thank you for receiving us. So I'm happy to be here.
Tunoli olta.
Chendi.
Bigenda bitya?
Birungi.
Obulamu.
Bulungi. Mukama afuga.
Okola ki?
Ewa. Kuba kati ndi wano.
What have you been up to?
What have I been up to? In which aspect?
Like,
Because life.
no, when kutandika siraba.
I know.
It's a lot has been going on. How many years? 8, 9?
8.
Ngoli out of Uganda. Now, do you speak Yoruba?
I hear some of it, and I speak a few words.
Like?
Kilonshele.
Kilonshele? Meaning?
Like, what's up? Over what's going on?
Tuyigirize.
Njapa yigiriza mpola mpola. What else do you want to learn?
Fyona. Katutandikirewa like?
Simanyi, anywhere.
Anywhere. How is life?
Life is good.
Mental, you said you're a mental therapist.
I'm a mental health therapist, and I am a life coach. I'm a certified life coach. I'm a trainer, I'm a business person, I'm an entrepreneur, I've always been, among other things really, but I also run an organization called Silent Minds that helps people struggling with mental health challenges, among other things. So we promote mental well-being in different spheres of life for people. And then I also run an organization called Lighted World International, which focuses on trainings, coaching. So we train with coaches, and we certify them. We train therapists. We certify them. We train leaders, because we have leadership courses. But it's a course that focuses on coaching, trainings, and among other things, really.
Here in Uganda or in Nigeria?
So best in Nigeria, but because Lighted World is international, so we even have some coaches we've trained, some therapists. In fact, when you called me, the last time, because I mean we've been speaking, but
Yes.
the last time you were charged one of
I had a girl called Joanne who gave, who actually, it was kind of, yalinga wa obujulizi. Ngagamba Flavia, one of the people abanyamba mu lugendo luno was Fyona Kirabo, and I'm like, wait a minute, Kirabo nga kuyamba in which way? So kati bwobyogera quiz when I get adding a 1+2.
Yes, so when you called me, because I didn't even know she was coming, I didn't even know she knew you. So yalaba kosi yafete ya jiraba, in fact yalita manyi. Na jiraba, you know, and then she, according to her, she felt the Holy Spirit told her to join. Na joining na signing up na soma bwamala okusoma na etako mu healing program yafe bwamala. In fact, she even, I met her facilitator at some point, nemwayo ne some one-on-one coachings, because I could see the passion jaina edicho chagezako kola. So those are things we really get to do. So people in different countries nabo ba registeringa neba kolera online. So at the moment Nigeria, but right now tuliko ne Uganda, we're trying to establish a few things, God willing. So yeah, but that's what we do.
Okay. Ngenda kuzayiko emabega katodo nnyo.
Yes, please.
Kuliko emikolo.
Ejiriwe ja birthday, ejomwaka omupya.
Ejembaga. Kyo kuliko embaga.
Eriwa.
Eyiyo.
Atembyera bite. Fati nakolako embaga. Mate sijjukira. It's been how many years? So yeah.
Wait a minute, you tend to forget to call like a bag.
No, because it's been years. Or never to be able to educate.
Okay.
It's been more than 8 years. Probably 8 or more than 8, 9 years.
So, Katocha
more than 9 years.
More than 9 years.
No, and sag.
I know.
I'm joking. But Ojikulika, I can't remember. Or Kulika, or
Ojita Mukale.
But it's not memories I've kept long with me. So.
Oh, really? So how are you?
I'm good.
So, what was Okubuza? Fyona was doing so well. She was on TV. Yeah. She had her studio at Equatorial. Why did she leave Uganda? Yes.
That's a good question, but also very tandikirewa. Okutambula. Sometimes they mean to be enjoyable to tambuza. Watambulako.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And I'm sure Nabatulaba batambulako. So different reasons. Different. Abamba tambula kusoma. Abamba tambula for greener pastures. Abamba genda kubacheyo. Sagenda kubacheyo nagenda joy. There's always sometimes people feel like nagenda sibade kucheyo. I've been with fellow black people and all, but into different reasons. Abamu nabanga mukama jams like akadako eja kwagala. You're meant to be in a different place. So I happened to, of course, some I didn't know initially, Samanya, but Naino Kubede, Nigeria. I can boldly say I needed it.
You need to go to Nigeria?
Yeah. Yeah.
For no reason?
No, you don't go anywhere for no reason. But what's about visa Ugambaji?
Different reasons for visa.
Yeah. But for me, when I did in Nigeria, nagenda kuchala. I went on a break. I needed a break. I needed a 3 months break. Flavia, if you remember, engage Twakolanga. Sometimes it was hard to get breaks.
Yes.
Yeah, for some of us. It was hard to get breaks. Emirimu, and all. So I'd never had Natambulanga,
yes.
Just briefly, but I never ever had time in Pamf to go away. And at such a time when Natambulida, I really needed to I needed a long getaway. I needed to reflect, I needed to think, I needed to be okay.
You badly needed to be aware.
And I needed to be okay for me to serve any other purpose that I needed to. So Nigeria just happened to be a place I wanted to go. But also, I'm not used to just going vacations and relaxing. I'm not one of those girls. I want to learn. So I knew I couldn't just go and relax. I decided to learn something. I wanted to learn something and bring it back to the country. So that's really what I went for. Unlike some stories that I've had, I didn't. I just knew I had to be there.
No, in your mirror.
Yeah.
How was it?
It was good.
Was
Oh,
good.
it is good. Because Charlie,
Okyaliyo.
Yeah.
Oh, bali mali wakomyewo.
Wendy. Neri wabadde wafuse wakati nayo gyendi because organization gyeziri emirimu egisinga gyegiri and yeah.
How was it like getting into a society, community, language barrier, Nigeria, the aggressiveness and all that, and we look at you as somebody who is really, really soft.
Yeah.
How was it like?
What I can say, Katonda baba ina wakwagala. If God wants you in a place, Flavia, He makes everything work together for your good. So I've had some people's experiences with Nigeria. Sometimes in city, because I don't want to look like I'm insensitive to what your experience has been or what most people's experiences are. But I haven't had those experiences to that extent. Yes, in different countries, Uganda, they face their share of problems.
Yes.
People go to America and share their share of problems. We've traveled. Uganda, South Africa, different places. So, but as for me, as Fyona, God has been good and God has been kind. The land favored me and loved me. The people loved me and I loved them. So, for me, it was generally good. But there are a few challenges. Benalina Kagenda, Balia Pepe, Balia Kamlali. I don't even want to call it Kamlali. I want it to remain Pepe because
Kamlali doesn't bring it out well.
Because eri baina chiganchivaita Pepe. In fact, baina shojevaita Pepe them like boche. That's to show you what Pepe means. So, Balia Pepe, and it was tough. Because sidia nava nonga sidia ko Kamlali. I'm a sweet girl. Like never kaidida. City, baby warm. Okay, just that together katukuma flat terminate. I have a sweet tooth. But anyway, Kamlali into Kayonga Pepe Chika. But I traveled to some countries some Asian countries and Gundi, then Balia Monj, but also Ghana generally. So I'd had an experience with Ghana. Now I was there for just like a week. Kati okutuuka eno nemberayo for long natuuka nga mpulira bintamye. I remember one particular experience where I was going to school generally in summer. So I was in an Uber and emmere nga yannema kozi buli woolya. Pepe for them is everything. Ate pepe waabwe mungi. Balya pepe amaziga gaba gajja n'ennyindo nga zikulukuta. And they think that's okay, So I struggled to understand how they enjoy that. But it's a thing. The more the pepe, the more
the more the what?
Kati I cannot go in that country and try to change them. I have to adapt. Because now we're by the way. They struggle with our food. My Nigerian friends who come here, they're like, I'm like, that's our country. Say, you adapt. But on that particular day, moreover, ndava plantain chips.
Gonja.
Katinayo wa gonja. Thank you. So it's something you're like, okay, I can snack on this managing bujaboke. Ngangula bunji. Ngansikula okam. Flavia.
Ngawunu kamlali.
Nengamba, why would you put mugonja? Why would you put, like, it was very sad. I'm like, see, but I think it was frustration of
why would you put gonja?
Hey, like why? But bambicheba manyate bocheba gala. So yeah.
Later you adopted the katulia kamlali munji.
Syria munji omunji nsobola mulya nesibako chemba compared to before. Na yes Syria munji ne katinange mumanyi because I cook in my house. I host, I love cooking. So labo fumbira basinga, so I make it.
Wow.
Mutekamu and yeah. But I've adapted.
Gundi ekola wabati.
Draw okra.
Okra.
But we have okra in Uganda. Tetumuina. No, I think tumuina.
It's actually good. Yellow green. It's invisible yellow green. Gaba maji.
Katibiola bebirimu yellow. Okay, yellow and green is and I like that. It's ewedu no, wait. Amala. Kati echa green is ewedu. Echa yellow biba bijanjalo bidi blended. Babita gebiri. I think gebiri or something. But I love it. It's really good. No. Tebikola biti. No, really actually good. Not really, and it's very healthy. I think amala is one of their health. By maybe they're healthy, but I think amala is really healthy.
I take this too much oil in their food.
Too much oil. Chemlabanga too much oil normally is palm oil, which is their red oil. Nebagambali very healthy. Bamuana bantu. In fact, I think there are cases where muntu wanywa butwa. What's that thing that they take when people are committing suicide, sadly? I think chita, something, when they do palm oil ngamonji. So it's actually very healthy.
So, generally, we're fitting into the society,
yeah, by God's grace.
At some point, we saw you in the movie industry, Nollywood.
Yeah.
Going into Nollywood, how was that? How did you get into Nollywood?
Nollywood. So, no? Okay, let me say this. Flavia. Okay, but anyway, when I was 13 and 14, Nawandikanga movies, these people don't know. A lot of people don't know. I used to write movies and I used to write songs, strangely, But I used to, because I grew up more of alone. As a firstborn child, neighbor and Sisako, after like 6-7 years. So there was that gap, and then I was taken to boarding school at a very early age. So I sort of was
alone.
So I create a lot even when I'm alone, actually. So my mom used to be very strict. So you barely play with and all those things. So I used to spend time writing. So I used to write movies. I would come up with stories that are, movie worthy, that are inspiring. Name pandika. And because I was at the age where they check it. So I knew maybe and I don't know why I thought they would have a problem with that, because they didn't. But as a child, sometimes when our parents, when parents don't really cultivate relationships, we tend to even fear things that don't need to be feared, or always in a relationship. Because my parents say, good, they're okay, but I didn't think they would even support that. So ngampandika nenkweka once which tanda cha muganda wange omutoko zete bajja bukebera, So I used to write movies, and when I turned 18, because I turned 18 ngandi kubukede. People don't know, because I got, I turned 18 ngandi kubukede. So my family bagwa ku movies says, my sister, my family, and they're like, you wrote this, and they were very inspired. So that's where my movie thingy comes. Now, before I left Uganda, Nali Nina producer, we're working together, but projects like this enough for me. So going into Nigeria, I actually didn't even want limelight.
Inaugural National Alliance of Uganda Canadian Association Nauka Convention. Ina to say, Okubanga mwenda Okutoba, Paka Kuminarumu Okutoba, Kubibina Mukaga, Kupinago Harbour Front Hotel downtown, Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. Higini kwete mama Sanyu Sabanji, Omani Dr. Jose Chameleon, King Michael, DJ Draka Kuve Vancouver, DJ Cafe, Hanson Badiruno, DJ Timzi, Rev Boy, Leila Kayondo, DJ Shafika, Otize, Julie, Ezekene Esther, Romeo Odonga, Toswa Nauka Convention Boat Cruise, ku Pacific Ocean, and all-white sunset dinner cruise. Ineliyetu ya kusasuyeko $2 Rumkanga 10 October 12 mukaga. Sawa 12 zore gulonga tutandika okuseeyeya. Ku Dock B760 Pacific Boulevard, Vancouver, BC. Registering obasasula online ku www.nauka.ca/convention. Nokumanya ebisinga ogenda ku info@nauka.ca. Uyinza okusasulanga gwe ku Equity Bank branch on Equity Company. Iwugidwa Equity Bank. Karikumutima Company Advocates. Olives Expeditions Limited. BC Cranes. NIRA. Imagine Uganda. Ruin Rompotage Africa. Jericho Civil Engineering and Consultants Limited. Housing Finance Bank. Bank of Uganda. NSSF. The Uganda High Commissioner Tower.
I wanted normal life.
Over the Uganda?
Yes.
Over the limelight?
I wanted a normal life. I didn't want to work on TV. I didn't want movie. I didn't want anything that exposes me or puts me out there. And not because I was hiding. I wanted to know Fyona. I wanted to do nali njagala kwetegeera nenera kola nali mpise, but I needed myself. So but nga buli andaba, you look good in movies, you look good in movies, you should do this, nga buli andaba. Then I tried to get some jobs, I tried to get office jobs. You know, I didn't at the time. So, but movie options were there. Okay, I've always had this movie thing, and here I am in a land of movies, you know, in Nollywood. So why not give it a shot? And that's how I went into it. And I remember my first audition. You know, the first movie that I featured in, which was also my first audition. It was a movie with Bronzy. No, some people have not even seen it. It's a project, Badge Twalam Cinemas. It's a huge, and then with the late Alex Sekubo, who passed.
Rest in peace.
That's where I met him. In fact, after that, he, you know, connected me to 2 other movies. But that audition, when I did it, Bangamba Tugenda Kera Sawa, Tuno Bela Sawa Kumi, Kumacha. Very aggressive. So netukera, and then we went movie aliku mainland. I was staying on the island, so there's Olochabeta third mainland bridge. It's a bit dangerous, but we risked it. Netuyitako netutuka ku audition ngendo tuka kusakumi ngabangambye tukere bagamba tukere tuleme abantu bagenda babanje. I didn't know how big or how many people would come. Netukera tusooke tuleme kulinda nnyo.
Yes.
Netutuka kusawa 10 mbusa nali namba meka.
Why number meka?
100 something, almost 150.
Wow.
Ngabana bakededa. So, you know, we registered auditions. I standika kusawa nyesa okumacha. Yeah. So we auditioned. Before it's sawanya, we already have more than 1,000 people on ground.
Kulayin.
I was like, I can't make this. Because Nigerians are, you know, they're good. They have people that are good. I mean, we have people that are good in Uganda as well. But I mean, Nigeria has variety, but also they have variety of creatives and all. You can't take that from them. So we wait, but to tulinda, tutuuka abana bayita mu line awo omuwulira n'omula nawe n'ogamba singamba the director n'ogwempa, you know.
And
then it's my first actual audition. Yes, but I wasn't worried about my accent. Nearly confident more. I was liked, I was favored, so I didn't really feel out of place. Yes, some people can ask about your accent, but Teti, Salusengu Fenare Togeda, right? And we're all Africans.
Weren't they saying, pardon? Pardon?
No, not really. Nse pardon. Nse nagamanga pardon.
Because they have to be taken.
Because initially, I felt like their tongues were strong and all. Anyway, so we audition and then get in Nebamani Batugamba, they're looking for just 15 people.
Out of 1,000?
More than 4,000 people auditioned, Flavia.
Jeez, 4,000? And they only want...
Oyom Saja producing a movie, Bagamba, he produces once in 4 years or once in 8 years.
One movie?
Ajana, so he's a big producer and director, so it was huge. At that time, we didn't even know when we were going to featuring her in. To be meeting her later, Nenga Anonya 15. So I auditioned. I know get them like you know. So I'm like, at a point but I was there. I'm like, let me just do this and see how it goes.
Get it out of the way.
Went, did it. The man asked me to redo, you know, some lines, and he told me I love this, and you know, there's an energy that he wanted me to. There's a way he wanted me to do things that he said I'd done well. He said, just give me that again. And then. Yeah. Then while I was there, Nfuna message, I have made it. I was shocked, surprised, and that's how I started Nollywood.
Besides Ramzenu, Alex Ekubo, who else did you meet?
I met a lot of people. I worked with a number. I worked
celebrities.
With Ken Eric, Sabamomumani. I did a movie with him. I did a movie with Bimbo at
Bimbo something.
You know, Bimbo, I think people know how she's. Uganda clips. I did movies with a number of, because I did 10 movies in 6 months.
10 movies?
Yeah.
Wow.
I did 10 projects. I featured in 10 movies in 6 months. And in 6 months is when I stopped.
Why didn't you take it on?
Like I said, you know, because I was there. but I was also in a space of I didn't want limelight. I wasn't ready. So yeah, I decided to take a break.
There's at one point we twakulabanga okola konga real estate show.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, kati again. But I guess I kononya emirimu. Not like nanonya emirimu, but I'd never applied for a job. I worked here on TV, then my business, then I started so basically nakolako no ku mirimu emirala Uganda abantu abamu gye batamanya, you know. Nakolako in a casino.
Olimba.
Yes.
Which casino?
Taj Mahal.
Olimba.
Yeah. I did Bantwalanga assistant PR manager. So Msajomi yali akolanga PR, and then he saw me on TV. But yali andabako mu spaces ndalanga ankola. Nangamba, I like you. Like I like how you work. I like how you handle people. I like osebolo kola. You know, let's go and work.
So
I did that. I did quite a few. I did sales and marketing. I was a sales and marketing executive with Vision Group.
Yeah, that's
you remember that?
Yeah, that's I remember.
I did that. I did Nakolako as a waitress.
Ooh.
Somewhere, yes. So, yeah, so that's basically what I did. Kati went to Keri, jukire bisinga mbadde nekozesa, mbadde nkola ku TV ate si byenjagala byonna bye mbadde nkola nga saagala.
So here you are. Ogenda kukola kunoonya mirimu CV ku CV.
No, I didn't even, because I didn't even know. I had a CV that is good. Bwenjogera byenkola. Bomb meeting, because ndi mukozi, and I'm a hard worker, and I bring results, okay, in different fields. Naye I didn't know how to now go about applying. So I would speak to a few people that I knew. I'm like, oh, I want a job. And yeah, so when I was TV Jensiruka Erabiken Nonya, so that opportunity came, and I did it.
Did you have somebody already there ngaliwo kuyamba to navigate through Nigeria, or bona wabasanga busanzi?
Not really. In fact, I've seen stories and I've had but I went, I knew some people, I knew you know, people say things and they say them like they're true, and a lot of people believe them. But truly, I went to Nigeria and Sinagumanyu. The only Nigerian I knew a few Nigerians. I mean, I'd met 1, 2, 3 Nigerians. No. Yeah, I knew a few Nigerians, but no Nigeria could nalimani kwenye sekamati ya nyambako to find a secure place to stay. Yali mu America. He's now late. He died in America.
Wow.
In America, we met on a flight. We never we met on a flight, and then Samu meeting. So going to Nigeria, all I asked him was, where is safe for me to stay? He had an apartment in Ikoyi.
Ikoyi?
That's all.
Not in Lekki?
Lekki is where I moved to when I stayed. Ikoyi and Lekki are buried.
Which one is more expensive?
Yeah, not a little bit expensive, but Ikoyi is like it. Ikoyi is rich money. It's budget old money.
Oh, Lekki is new money.
Yeah, thank you. New money. So yeah.
Yeah,
that's
Fyona.
how I navigated
So nakolako ku TV?
it. Yes.
Nga kusasula bulungi?
Nga bakusasa nakola real estate company. So nga real estate company yetwala TV yetwala show ku TV.
Oh yes.
Bali bajiraga
airtime.
UK, South Africa, and Nigeria, and I didn't watch it one time.
Why?
I didn't want to be on TV.
So how was the payment in the movie industry?
Movie industry muntandiko, the payment is not that good.
Yeah.
Obviously. No, baby better.
Baba kwayo
mutandika.
buswazi?
Really, yes.
If we think Nigeria bachikuba tubafuna kasente kawera.
Chikubye. And then there are some roles zebakukolachi.
Zebakuwa.
But for me katonda yanyamba, I wasn't paid poorly. I wasn't paid yet because nali nsijulira.
Yes.
But I mean, I had supporting roles. I had Ninakem that I did a lead role. I had supporting lead roles especially. So kabudget cover. And then kabudget cover, but I don't know neighbor bampanga ichi bampa.
Didn't you miss home? Nogabane candidate in Uganda.
I did, but home was always here, and then I was always in touch with my family. And you know some of the people that I needed to. So I didn't feel left out. I always felt like I was still home.
Okay.
But also Nigeria became home to an extent. I mean, tewaba wo naye era webasanga Katonda bw'ogenda ewantu nawo ne ofeelingira at home.
So let's talk about rent and all that. Wakava mu TV, boto. Did you have money on you when you were relocating?
I didn't plan to relocate. So that's the thing. I actually left with a return ticket.
Mukulikeyo nate mukuwummulamu okwo mbadde nkyalina ekirabo Fyona mbadde nkyakubuuza nti bw'ova wano ng'ogenda e Nigeria wali weetegese ng'onawo kasente ak'okupangisa ennyumba nti ngenda kupangisa mbeere wano. I mean, were you prepared oba kyakugwako bugwe?
No, I wasn't prepared. I wasn't as prepared as I probably needed to. And that's because sava wano nga ngenderedde okugenda mbeerereyo, you know, to relocate. The decision to relocate happened after. Nagendayo bugenzi nga bwe ngambye okusema I had a return ticket nga nina okudda. I went to another country before then nemani ngenda Nigeria nga nina emyezi esatu nga nsoma naye. When I got there, like I said, ne chizula nga nina okubeereyo. Okay? So I decided to stay and preparations nagenda emyezi esatu nagenda ndi mugaga. I went to enjoy I went on a vacation. I went to have time just to myself and so that's good. I spent all the money nga ngenda kuddewa kankole.
I know.
You know.
Ogenda okutuuka.
So ngenda tuuka nensalawo okusigala and nensalawo kolaki. No ways, no sorting. And then obviously Nigeria is not also very easy to live in like Uganda. Rent was sasula wa mwaka.
No
rent was sasula wa mwaka. Ekifo kye nali mbeera you know wali
wabeeyi.
So nga ate nga island there's really a difference between island and mainland. And
island and mainland.
Walicho baita sakana chigenda mukati but like island and waliwo ennyumba zosobola okufuna ku mainland easily ku some cent ne wabaawo. Island is very expensive, okay? Nebiri wanjawulo kati nze obudde nali nkolera eno ku island and then ne safety yange yali very important because you sali weeyo naddala mu ntandikwa. Yeah, so I needed to stay where it was safe. So it wasn't very easy.
That means if you're renting a house of 1 million, that means omwaka mulamba.
Yes.
Wow.
Boba renting eyo muntu waba renting ennyumba nga ya 1 million per month. Kati wali yes mwaka mulamba. In fact bagezaako no pushing etteeka rent abeere wa myaka 2. In fact there are landlords who don't take 1 year. They take 2 years but until not 12 years.
Nga kikyenyo.
Yeah, it has an advantage to it though because you have 1 whole year not to worry about rent every month. However, it also has some disadvantages. Bantu bameka who are doing honest work, yeah, and honest living. Abana abato, abana abobuwala, because a lot of people come from different states and come into Lagos or places like Abuja for greener pastures, obviously. But how many people can afford rent to omwaka? Ochitekera kababe balenzi, kababere bawala. So be ebimu kukati wesanga nga bana balina okukola ebintu ebyenjawulo just to afford that. So yeah, it has some advantages but also some disadvantages.
Oh wow. Wali ogenze kusoma ki Fyona?
Nali ngenze kusoma bintu era biri mu beauty. Nali ngenze kusoma some bridal styles. Bridal hairstyles.
Ngaka kwongera mu bya salon.
Yes, mu bya
makeup
brides nabanga na you know yeah because nali ntandise okuyingira mu nviiri and olate we naviirawo at set up a spa. So nga abagole because twabakolanga massages, facials and all for their gondi kati nga ndaba n'enviiri twali tubakola naye nga sinnaye njagala leeta different styles that are unique and bring them to the country. So bye byali bintu
kyokka n'omala nobirekawo just like that.
Yeah.
Nga weesiga kiwabirekera ani eno?
No, like I said, nali manyi nkomawo. In fact, nagezaako okuningira business ku simu for a while, for 8 months nga nsasula abakozi, nsasula biki nga nsasula eno ku Equatorial Neeri nga bakolakolayo naye nga abantu ameera baagala kulaba Kirabo. So it was a bit tough. So we had to close after like a year. Yeah.
No bigalawo. No concentrating area.
Yeah,
So
and then
you,
because narisi planning, because we'll take our systems and structures that can sustain you as a leader, but like at the time, I didn't know. So, yeah.
So, no, did you go ahead and learn those things about no bivako?
Nabiyiga, but sabi malayo.
What?
Ninawe nalimpita kati waliwo olumu woba ng'olina by'oyitamu, and that's why I'm a mental health therapist and advocate, among other things, because people don't understand how much it affects their lives. You are unable to be as productive as you ought to. Ochitegera?
Yes.
Yeah, because omuntu are producing a result so wakola nti omuntu akola eno show ye Flavia, but Flavia needs to be okay to give us good shows. Osobola ogezaako okumala akabanga bye byolaba omuntu ng'ali kabaka feeling like they're on a high. You know, so I was in that place. Like I used to leave things hanging.
Ngokola kukano no kaleka.
Tukanga ngasetegera. Yeah.
Echava mukogwe.
Enembivamu nenkolebita nakwasanga ebintu bingi, and then because you know, I can be smart. I'm smart, you know. But so unkola, I can do different things.
At some point we saw you go to under weight loss.
Yes.
Beauty product
supplements. No, charge them to charge under supplements.
Zikola charge tunda.
Yes.
Weight.
Oh yes, because I added a lot of weight while I went through that depression. I was stress eating, among other things. So now in Natukanga, you can barely look at me. Not like you can barely look at me, but you can, yeah.
What caused the depression, if you don't mind sharing?
Life, Ola.
Life happened.
Yeah, life happens to us, though. Yeah, but life happened.
If you know, you know. Yes, life happened. It's okay. And I won't press her, by the way. Because now, you know what? We're just going to talk about general things, so we're not getting into that.
I
know. So let me ask you something. We're going to have Nongoli Mulokole, but not that Mulokole of the way you are right now. Was it because of what you went through that led you to katine kutekumuka katonda over?
Yeah, you know, things happened. I questioned my identity. I questioned what I knew. I questioned who I was. I questioned everything. So nenkomayo, and during that period when I thought nothing can be made of my life, I experienced God. I encountered God. And I got into a personal relationship naye. Before, but I had never really had as much transformation as now I understand Joba Wetaga. Because the Okolokoka is not all that there is. Chovola Katwina Balokole Banjinenga, Olumutu Chakola, Obabantu Chakole Bintu, Biogamantina Yabalokate Band Kosibubat. Oba Olimu Catholic, right?
Yes.
Kudini yaffe kino tewandi kikoze. So oftentimes omuntu aba alokose nenga tetanaitamu transformation. Okitegeera?
Yes.
So that's yeyo gundi gye nalimu. But when naita nachawako Katonda, yeah, I had at a point I told God I hated him. That's how bad it was. And nalimu matera nagamba ngenda kola you know, I'm going to be the things I as much as sali nalimu lokole katono nene bimbe nalisi kola fola. You understand? Kaningamba ngenda bikola okitegera kuba n'abatali, you know, but mwebye ebire byokwetwala bwetyo God encountered me. Nandaga nti anjagala. Nandaga nti there's still purpose over my life. Yeah, and I decided to follow him, and strongly. Yeah.
No, God is saying I have to serve you.
Yeah.
But what you say, nakomayo, what do you mean?
Abantu bonna, Flavia, obako wotuuka n'owulira ng'oli ku kisenge. Yeah. Obako woyitambulamu. Different people go through different things. I did go through some things as well. And ebyatuukawo byantuusako, because I questioned a lot of things. I questioned if I was smart, which, that's the thing that I always, often said about me.
Yes.
But I questioned, Ntegera, am I smart? I questioned if I questioned a lot of things. I questioned my identity. I questioned God, obviously. Because I was like, God, how did you let me get into some of these situations? Why
didn't you show me the way?
Yes, why didn't you? And I felt like I prayed call. Now I have a better understanding of why I didn't. But yeah, so natuukako mu nsonga ezimu, and at those points it's normally lonely. You feel like no one will understand you. You feel like there are judgments everywhere, and they'll always be there. But always the feeling got heavy at that time, and I tried to self-distract, being distracting, and I'm not really a bidongo girl, to be honest. But I started buzz every day. I remember starting to drink. I don't drink, Flavia, but I started to drink. This light wine. I don't want to mention some brands to promote, but there are those light drinks that, on a social day, maybe you decide to. I was taking conk things. I wanted to feel numb. Ngasagala kuwulira nentuuka abanjigiriza omwenge oba aba influencing at that time who ne batuuka nga banneeraliikirira. Flavia, I was drinking emisana n'ekiro nga mbeera n'akacupa ka coke ng'abantu tebamanyi naye nga I have alcohol in, ntabulamu coke naye nga ninamu bye ninamu nga buli kadde, because I wanted to be happy, but I didn't know how to be. I wanted to be happy. Kati nga njagala beera eva mweyo gundi nga I am going out, So nentuuka yeeyo, but amidst all that, Flavia was still hearing the voice of God, even louder than I ever had it before. Because remember, before I didn't know personal relationship, Katonda twalowoozanga ayogera n'abasumba, twayogeranga, okitegeera omusumba kyayogera is yes and amen.
Yes.
Not everyone, but most people. So we didn't think we can have this thing, that you can have this personal relationship. So during those times, I just get those encounters with God, and it was very humbling. And I decided to follow him and love him as much as I can and as much as he helps me.
Okay. So when Fyona atuuka ddi n'agamba no, ono si ekirabo Fyona, ekimala.
Yeah.
I've done enough of the drinking, enough of the partying, enough of the pretense. Now I need to, kudda mu mbeera zange za bulijjo ngene serving Katonda.
She happening after months of that lifestyle. I remember, said deep, Flavia. I didn't come here to be deep with you. But I remember what happened was addiction. Natuka nembe addicted to alcohol. Like I said, I need it. Ochitegera naye ngate sagala jivako, but sina usuna bwenjivako nenga tobyagala, but byebikubeezaawo. You feel like that's how you need to be there. And I remember someone calls me from Uganda, mwana muto. Well, I say muto because I think at the time nabalabanga, but really some of them were close to age mates.
Yes.
Kati, she reaches out to me. Yanonyanga at the moment nali nchali ku Facebook. I left Facebook 8 years ago, 2019.
You left Facebook?
Yes. I left Facebook to social media and all, but
you left Facebook, Instagram, every social media.
Nasoka nensigala ku Instagram for a while. Nene mana eno deleting and get about even 300,000 followers. I deleted it over 5-6 years ago. No, I think 5 years ago. Not that just recently, but anyway, Kati. Yanonyeza ku Facebook when I was still on Facebook at the time. Ngomulaba mu comments, Mama, I need to talk to you. Mama, you take it like bali bana babanga more at the moment more, more team. So Mama, I need to talk to you. Nganjiraba nnyo ewanji. Ngendo kebera mu inbox nyampesa the messages for a long time. So I'm like, naline wala abantu. Naye ne muwereza message to see what's going on. Nangamba nambulako ya inechiroto kye yanfunako. And in that dream, it's what gave me a turnaround. Chirete chaine chintu chali andoseko bwe yandootako bwazuukuka according to her mukama n'amugamba anoonye angambe, these are spiritual things really, but anoonye tusiibe, for 3 days dry, and then anoonye tusiibe for 3 days dry. Nze bwe ŋŋaana okusiiba yansiibira ennaku 3 angambe tusiibe ffenna, but if I refuse, let her do it on my behalf.
That was the dream.
Touched me. Yes, yaloota ekirooto mu kuzuuka mu kirooto n'abuuza kiki kino kyendoose. Remember, these people used to look up to me, so she's dreaming this thing, and God is showing her some things. Ebintu bye yaloota yitamanyi nakumanya nti no bituufu.
Gwe ng'oli eri oli mu kwokyakala.
So nenga katonda njagala Flavia. So for me, it touched me for God to tell ono mwana muto taninaako Uganda, as much as they love me, baali bafan, but still takuyinaako nnyo attachment. Katonda gwe manyi dry, wali osibyeko 3 days dry. Nakisiibako. It is hard. Some people collapse. Osiba tonywa amazzi tolya mmere. It's not an easy, like it's such a sacrifice. Esaana kugyekolera.
Like 24 hours or 12 hours?
72 hours.
Dry?
1, 2, 3 days, yes.
Dry, no
yes.
Drink, no...
Yes. I do it so I know it. Naye nali nagikolako lumu, and it wasn't easy. Kati ono mwana wajja n'angamba nti Katonda amugambye tusibe ennaku 3 eza dry. Naye amugambye bwe ŋŋaana ye akinkolere. That touched me in a way that I can't explain. I felt the love of God. Naye ng'omanyi bye nnali nkola, mungamba bye nnali nkola omuntu ayinza olusoba nnali nkola biki, but era nina bye nnali nkola nga no. It wasn't nga si bya bwa Katonda. So for God to find me in that and say, Kirabo, I love you. Nansindikira omuntu. Si maama wange, family yange yali, but like namuteekako such weight. Omwana ne mugamba ngenda sabana, ngenda, I will fast and pray with you. Na I could not pray Flavia kuba nali nakyawa Katonda. Era nali namugamba, if I'm in Nigeria, I go to Ghana. If I take left, quarter right.
Ngogamba Katonda?
Yes, I did. I told him, stay away from me. I did. Yes, I did. I was in that place. And then I felt like, yeah, I did. I felt like he was judging me as well. But later I got to understand he wasn't. And he
So what happened after the 3 days fasting?
So after the 3 days fast, tuva mu kisiibo ekyo, abantu benagendanga out now, because I had people who just like to take you out. You're a foreigner.
Buy for you.
Yeah, you're a foreigner. So they take you to see places. I was taken to places I never thought I would go, Flavia.
Inaugural National Alliance of Uganda Canadian Association Nauka Convention. Ina tuse okuvanga mwenda October paka 11 October 12 mukaga kupinago Harbour Front Hotel downtown Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. Igini kwete mama Sanyu Sabanji omuli Dr. Jose Chameleon, King Michael, DJ Draka kuve Vancouver, DJ Cafe, Hanson Badiruno, DJ Timzi, Rev Boy, Leila Kayondo, DJ Shafika, Otize, Julie, Ezekiel Esther, Romeo Odonga, Joshua Nauka Convention Boat Cruise, ku Pacific Ocean, and all-white sunset dinner cruise. Ineli yetu ya kusasuyeko $2 Lukanga 10 October 12 mukaga. Sawa 12 z'olweggulo nga tutandika okuseeyeeya ku Dock Bay 760 Pacific Boulevard, Vancouver, BC. Registering obasasula online ku www.nauka.ca/convention. N'okumanya ebisinga ogenda ku info@nauka.ca. Oyinza okusasulanga gwe ku Equity Bank branch ne kulyo kompe. Iwugidwa Equity Bank, Kariko Mutiman Company Advocates, Olives Expeditions Limited, BC Cranes, Nira, Imagine Uganda, Ruin Rompotage Africa, Jericho Civil Engineering and Consultants Limited, Housing Finance Bank, Bank of Uganda, NSSF, the Uganda High Commission Ottawa.
I went to a strip club.
Strip club?
Yes. Ngane Uganda. I did not. Do you understand? Even in the days where...
But strippers.
And I mean, never do, but I've not been to strip clubs abroad. But I mean, I hear things, or at least I've heard things. No, it's real. People are totally naked.
Wow.
And then... See, it's
Fyona,
not,
you must
there's
see.
a difference between Chimansulo and these strip clubs. Maybe that's what I can say, you know. But also, like, some of them actually park very expensive cars. They can park Range Rovers, Wally. They don't cover faces.
From a Range Rover, go
Yes.
club, strip.
No, but yeah, abam bamanyikidwa. Like, they're real. They're actually making a lot of money from it. I remember one time twagenda ko, and abantu twagenda nabo. I was with a friend. They gave us $100. It's ok for abana. But abana sibala is, yeah.
And in Nigeria.
So, and even in those moments, now longer was in fact, lumunali ndikugeza kukugiro umwana sinenge baby enkola Flavia Beach. Like, why am I looking at a woman's nakedness? And it's a form of entertainment.
Wow.
Yeah. So, and I remember one time, even in the strip club, I had the voice of God tell me, would you do what she's doing? And I was like, no. Namba, would you let your sister do it? I said, no. Namba, so why are you encouraging her?
Wow.
You know, they come to you because they see a table where there's money and all. I'm literally having these tough conversations within me. And I remember pausing, holding the money. I can hear the voice of God. Like, I don't want to hear that voice. Sometimes I used to hang out with some friends, some people. Don't go out with these people. Don't go there. I'm like, yeah. Anything God did not want me to do, I wanted to do. Because that's how I felt. Wow. Katinanjagala through all that, Flavia. Nansindikira omwana. No. That's love. What you take it?
Yeah.
That's kubafe katonda ebisinga batugamba katonda atwagala nga everything is good. Be righteous akwagale. I don't even know where that gospel comes from, because at least I've taken time to read my Bible before. Nali mulokole nensi nalisiberanga kona Bible. Ati nali mulokole, but ne church is really, because nena when natandika, I got to Bukedona 17. So when natandikira wokola, I didn't really sit in church because natandika kola ku TV engalo ne standiko songa obuntu ntibeto so standing nanimba nti buli omanjo gerako. Nenziruka mu church. So narawera naddayo ko katono era mba nakaddayo ate, you know, and I got into the marriage that I did get into at that time. So I never really had a personal relationship with God. Naye yali amanyi. Nina ebintu byakolanga mblambanga, but I didn't know until he can be my friend. So tuva mu kisibo n'omwana, and abo abantu benachakala nabo, that's why I brought story ebifembe bitwagenanga.
Yes.
And different even good places, really, restaurant, just adventure. Nembanga sichayagala, I no longer have appetite for them. I can't explain it. Ningampulangolia kubiranga toyagala. Can we see and Shaka? I will join you guys tomorrow. Or can you guys pick me up tomorrow? Tomorrow, nefoka tomorrow. Neba nemanempulanga sichayagala. And as at that time I was broke. Sentes agwao. My family wanted me to come back. There was also something with TV and the sponsors Kushona never. They wanted me back. So Balibalosa, did anything happen? You know. So there was those negotiations. Prior to that, I'd gotten a job with Citizen TV.
Kenya?
Yes. In fact, Chenali, when I resigning akubukede, nali taking that break nkome wonkole nabo.
Citizen?
Yes, because nali mfunyo omulimu. Baketako kumpa omulimu years back, but I could not move okubera Kenya because the person I was in a relationship with at the moment was not a fan of
relocating.
And ngolieri, you know, and I respected that, which was okay. But at this time I felt like I can. Nengende never na tukeri nebyo nembi college. But my parents were worried. Opportunities zirieno.
I think
TV
yes.
vane kugenda like business here chakola. Erinya lichaliwo, you know, why are you now deciding to stay there? So they were worried. At a point, never blocking.
Your parents?
Yeah. I blocked them. It wasn't a wise decision, but at the moment, I didn't know how to handle conflict with people you love or respect, like I know now. But also, at that moment, I needed to choose Fyona. Yeah, strangely.
Come on, it's unbelievable.
It's been a journey, Flavia.
It's been a journey.
It's been a journey. It's been a journey. It's been a deep, amazing journey. But that prayer, that girl reaching out, yielding to God, ne bwentyo bwenvaamu omwenge saddamu gukombako Flavia.
Until today.
Like I can, if sigamante sisobola kwata glass ya wine nenywa siri munywe, but I can taste a glass of wine, yeah, but chagenda nechivaawo totally n'abantu abo bambi nesooka beesalako, and they were well-meaning people, but ekkubo mwe bali bantwala si gye nalindaga. So nembeesonyiwamuko, they got worried a bit. I was broke at that time. Ngolumu wemugenda out, of course, you know, you eat, you get to
hyper your mood.
Yes, naye kati nembeera katonda nebisooka ate nebibeerako. You know, depending on God, sometimes I didn't have food. Or when I blocked my family, jukira money from my business, baziweereza, nebanyamba okweza. Kati batukanga, they're not sending.
You blocked them?
Anti bali bagala nkomeo, they were worried. And I understand them. But I needed to choose me. So, yeah.
So, ekikuleetera to silent minds?
Yeah.
And the healing and all that?
Yeah. Because after that, a period, it lasted months and a year, at least like ngomwaka. You know, but God encountered me after months. So when God encountered me, He healed me. He healed me. So that period was silent, but it was beautiful. It was fulfilling, Flavia. Naberako konga sina abantu bambalaba, you know, katonda tukananyamba, you know, He's a good God. Nabantu bambalaba some things God did with me. Even some people who probably knew me, even Nigerians, because Nigeria bambandaba ngatandika ne balaba koko kallo, tene balaba, they're like, tell us where, you know, where this money, you know, come from or so. But it was God. Ne ninakawa mu Flavia. Ngobure ekyokulya. Ninakore nga nsiiba naye nga sina kye nsiibulukukirako. Ng'olumu nsiiba kuba sina kyakulya. Naye olumu nga kuba abantu abasobola okuwa ebirala. I had opportunities for people to give me things. But it's not a path I was choosing. I had to follow God. Kati nchukirako olumu nakwata Fanta. Bottle ya
Fanta.
Nenkola mu chupes. Nenkwata amazzi. Nenkola mmeka.
Bid.
Nga nsiiba. I need to work my body up, as in stay with me. Sigala nange. Ochitegera? Because sugar, like literally, awakens the body. So, netuyita mwebyo. But I was happy with God. I can't explain that joy. So yoyo Katonda nze gye namusanga oba gye yansanga. In fact, ye yansanga. So when mpula ennyimba nga your goodness is running after me, I understand it. I didn't chase God. I didn't go to church. He chased me. And He came even in the lowest places.
Mumabala, street clubs.
Yes. Yes. One day I, like Naula Yangamba, don't go with this person. The person who was supposed to drop me home. And all. I was always catered for. So I don't know what it was with that person.
Yes.
And I had, don't go with this person. I ignored. Because Flavia Nalinge yali ku suicide mission. It's like I wanted to die, but I didn't have the strength. It's like I wanted, to die, but I didn't have the strength to take my life. Oftentimes I used to be like, singing motoke and corner. Yeah.
It had gotten to that?
Yeah. And I'm boldly saying these things because abantu jebalia, but people are quiet. Abantu tebogera. But these things are real and they can happen to anyone, no matter how educated. That's why for me, mental health is real. Mental well-being is real. Abantu bagweddalu nga tulaba abantu bino bye tulla and not just with bayimbi or with actresses or with different people bijebiri abantu abasinga betusanga oba ku bintu ng'enjaga oba ku extremes ezimu batandika mpola mpola. Their mental well-beings were not catered for because sometimes systems teziwera tetuzirina. We still have this shame over when mental health. Abantu basobola gamba nti I'm taking care of my mental well-being. Mental health does not mean omuntu mulala omuntu wagamba nti oba when people come to therapy. Abantu ba struggling bagamba tezinnavaako. No. But otandika mpola. Oyinza obutatuuka na kuvaako. But waliwo okuvaako naye ng'oli normal. Seka naye nga wavaako. In fact, World Health Organization explains mental health as a state of mental well-being that enables people to cope with daily stresses of life. Into the fact that stress is stress. But if you can't cope with the daily stresses of life easily or normally, and then if you are unable to realize your abilities, if you are unable to contribute to your community, either just swallow or whatever, or just like what way into your mental health might be challenged. So mental health is when that is healthy. Until right now, I am mentally healthy. Mental health is when you come into your identity. It's when you know who you are. It's when you do choyagalo kola, anti Flavia yagala kola, you're doing it. There are people out there who have things they ought to do. You're probably struggling with depression after depression. You probably struggle with anxiety. You're probably struggling with trauma. We think things happen. There's something we say in psychology. Trauma is not what happened to you. It is who you became after what happened to you. The negative impact. Mulima mutasobola ogwekiko naye mukane yesimula.
Neyongerayo.
Mulima agwa naye mukane wesimula naye nga munda ovunda. Ne muba amagwa nga yeetaaga bamuwanire bamudduseko mu ddwaliro. But people don't take note of these things. Wow. Yeah, and people have gone through things, Flavia, more childhood. Abuse has happened. And abuse is not just sexual abuse. What the nature abuse zanjaulo, emotional abuse, neglect, abandonment, grief. Because these are things I'm now certified in, that I help people with.
Did you go back Nobisoma?
Yes, I did. I had to.
After all you went through?
Yes, after all I went through and after God healed me. In fact, God told me, I need you to go back and heal my people. Oh, so for me, mental health is not just, so I think that's where the whole,
Chidem?
Yeah, God told me, I need you to go back. Now, I need you to go back and heal them. I'm that, you're healing, obviously, but like you help. So I asked, what's the strategy? What's the strategy? Because and not all of us want butut.
Butut is what? Pulpit?
Pulpit, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So, because people used to tell me, God is going to use you mightily, and I know he will, and I'm sure he is. I don't know what other plans he has. I'm open to them, but I had to ask, what's the strategy? Nasoka Ghana. But then I could sense obulumi mutimagwe. For his children. Oh, he's such a... He's a holy God, Flavia. Netaswala kupikinga wanawoli. Asabolo kuja muchintu. Nga wetu sisayo. Nina nebye nakola mukama nangamba, you didn't know better when you did that. Because nebi mbena ne judging. Mugamba, no. Even your word, nangamba, no, you didn't know better. Mugamba, no, I knew better. Naga, you did not know better.
So you had a conversation with God?
Oh, yes. And those are things I didn't know. And in fact, for a period of time, Sagenam Church, when I encountered God, after that fast, I had some encounters with God that I don't want to get into. But I remember one time, And I got some answers that blew my mind and gave me different and broader perspective, over life, concerning life. And I remember because this one I've had pastors say, I've had people in church and all these things. And he said, don't read. I remember specifically, and I'm saying this with all sense of responsibility, because we're in the bio Monteo who needs to hear this. I remember God telling me, for someone who is judging themselves, even with things that are written in the Bible, God says it, but abantu banategera the office of the mercy of God. Katonda yangamba Flavia, nangamba bw'osoma ekigambo kyange, don't read the law, amateeka sokogesa nangamba read my love. Nangamba I want you buli lw'oba osoma noonya love yange, character yange na nature.
Love, character, and nature.
He told me, do not read my law. Read my love, character, and nature. You will understand the law later. Oh, I did. No tegera nti full nti omuntu bwakutegera n'amanya nature yo. Nina ebimu ne bwonkuba, tosobola kunkuba. But nti ne bwonkola ekintu, I come back to the nature, the love and character. Nenga like ninawe mmunyiza watali watufu. In fact, I can even run back to you and say, full answer, because I know you love me, because I know your character is forgiving, because I know you are gracious, you are rich in mercy. Ochitegera kuba manyi character yo.
Nebwo mino ninganga alaba ninga alaba movie.
Etia.
Tulaba.
Etia. How?
Ninga alaba Nigeria. I can't believe it's Fyona Kirabo preaching all that to the world out there.
I'm sharing the love of God.
I know, but the way you're sharing, I mean, it is so touching, first of all. It is believable, unbelievable for us who knew you before this person right now. Never longer you changed drastically. Like,
Katonda biyakola, the personal relationship. That's what happened.
Ajako die wange.
He can come even right now.
Because Fyona, mbiwulira. Mbyoyogera. So, bw'obonebonebona wabuyitamu byonna Mukama zeke w'omwogedde omutegedde character, nature, love and all that.
Ntambudde naye. In fact, nasooka na refraining for a while. Sagenda mu church.
He refrained you from church?
Nanga sooka omale nanga akadde. Which helped. Nemala naye period. It was some months, siminji, but some months, some period. Then kuba in fact when natuuka nga noonya ne church, nali noonya church eringa church emu gye nali manyi wano.
Yali church?
No, I don't have to get into details.
Oh,
but church gye nali. No.
Okay.
Yeah. In fact, some of the things that also broke me were from say no jengamba generally no nyechfana. Because mulimu ebintu bye basomesanga nga si bituufu. Mulimu practices ezitali ntuufu. And then I've always had waliwo conviction, so there are different ways God speaks. I'm not going to get into that. But bintu byanjawulo naye mulimu n'ekimu knowing nti omanyanga bw'omanya ekyo bangi bakiina n'abatali balokola embuba mwoyo, but people just don't know. Kati nina ekintu, Flavia, I can know some things, I can't explain how. I may not know all things situkiridde, but kati nnamu ebintu ebimu ng'ogira naye ne bagamba ne bakwata Bible ne bagisitulika ne
interpreting upside down.
Thank you. Like mala gisoma, and I'm like, oh my God, the word was abused. Okitegera, and kyesimanyi is oba baali bamanyi nti nabo bali ku abusinga oba baali nabo mu butamanya, because munayo olumu tutambula mu butamanya nawe no passing on obutamanya.
Yes.
But ebimu nalabanga ne ngaba this cannot be right. No yogerako bino, there were a lot of things that were not okay, that are far from godly. Naye nga siina backing, siina kwenyimirira. Manyi bumanya kikyamu naye bwe njogerako bali be basumba, bali be baweereza. Ngera olumu bagamba anti nedda kati olaba nga naye tekigatta.
I remember you went for 77 dogs banange Fyona ebiseera ebyo. Nga wasaabange wa Musumba Kayanja.
Naye wa Musumba Kayanja siwe njogerako.
No ngamba mbadde wanejjukira bujjukizi.
Kati in fact nali nnoonya church eringa eyo.
Ya Musumba Kayanja.
Because gye nali mmanyi. By the way okuva bwe nalokoka nabeerako mu church 1-2 years emaawo nga ndi mutooko. Then nemala nenvaayo ne tudde ate mu TV ng'emirimu gyaffe olumuzi weekend Sunday. So praying, I really left church. Ngenda okuddayoko katono is when that happened. Naye mukadde akako okuddamu because shortly after okwanjula waliwo ebyali tebiri okay. Nejjukira gy'okoma okubikola kati n'ensimu gy'olaba ebintu ebimu. And at the moment, I didn't think I could walk away. I don't know why I didn't think it was a better time to walk away than when I did, but, you know. But I was still trying to fight for, let's see, you know. So I remember, Nintandiko Lugendo was 17, the Miracle Center and Mania Koronga by 77. So Ngabasaba Ningenda Yoko, and I even encouraged and asked, you know. So that's how. Naingendo Kuvayo, nga ye church jembadeko nene akakibeerako for a short time kati wengende I wanted that church, and I remember God specifically telling me, I've not brought you to Nigeria to build Uganda here. Nga bwenkigamba kuba nakoberako ne assistant we ngera mubuuza muyinako branch eno oba muyinako omusumba gwe mwekakasa, because I was trying to be, and the Holy Spirit told me, I will lead you. I've not brought you in Nigeria to build Uganda here. So God was teaching me to realize, because now I wanted to be in His will. I'd been caught in things that were not His will. I saw how they turned out. I didn't want to be in them. Nadala ngantegera oba nadala mu important matters. So I knew when sabira. So nentandika era pakaroyandaga a church member ngenda.
Okay. Emboozi ya Fyona Kirabo ngali in Nigeria. Are you back now in Uganda, or are you still going back to Nigeria?
I am still in Nigeria.
And you're in Uganda?
To see how things are going and to see if will be later go call. But yeah. Okay.
A lot of what you've shared, I believe many people are going through the same.
Yeah.
Much as many fear to share. Abalaba bagamba maybe it will work out, maybe kangezeko, maybe abala tuli mu mental enslavery. Abala tuli mu ekigambo therapy in Uganda, according to me, ndabanga abasinga obungi balowooza nti for a person to go to a therapist yejalabya.
Yeah.
Obulwadde obutuluma mentally mu Uganda is one thing that we don't take that serious.
Yeah.
So with your experience with Nigerians, actually not only in Uganda but in Africa, I don't think echingamo mental illnesses tuchina nyonyo. It's not something common yet we buli butuluma. So I want to hear it from you, a therapist nga bwadoko in Nigeria.
Yes.
Abantu baja joli noba counseling noba janja be mitima. Should I say it like that?
Mitima joka, because sometimes, you know, mentally.
Okay, mitwe,
emotional and mental health.
Okay. Relationship-wise, obulamu bwa bulijjo, traumas.
Family-wise.
Ne family baja?
Oh yes, I have families that I do therapies for, that I've done therapies for successfully, and relationships that in inner parent and children that I've done therapies, you know, for and with, and you see the changes. You see families thriving. We downplay the impact of mental well-being, over mental health. I should take it.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's what it does. I do mental health. For example, I work. I have 2 HR firms, human resource firms. In fact, I do human resource now. I you know, help some companies with human resource management services and all. However, I work now. I had therapy with a lady who runs an HR firm. That's how it started. It blew her mind. She's a pastor's wife, a big pastor. Naleta abana be, naleta bawe. nantwala mu bakozi be ku company kati she has an HR firm who outsource who consult for companies with HR whatever. Nagatamo mental health at the workplace. So I literally go to workplaces to also create awareness for mental health in the workplace. It's how to create a safe environment. Flavia, abantu abamu bava ku mirimu because of mental health issues.
Yes.
Abantu abamu balemagana okolagana. And yet leaders want enkolagana ennungi because there's a saying that says if you want to go far, if you want to go far, go alone. If you want to go further, go with. Mulimu bye tutasobola kuzimba bwe tuba tetukwataganye. But people cannot because by now we're right. And we downplay these things. In leadership, I often tell people, emotions, people drive results. Bakulembeze ba companies, leaders of companies, bagala results, give me results. So people are supposed to drive results, okay? But what is driving the people you're demanding results from? So that's untapped wealth. So we're tapping amweyo chigenda kuyamba okusmooth and ebintu bitandise ogonda. Awareness is happening. People are actually coming for therapy. Of course, tunatuoka wala, but people are actually coming for things like therapy. Counseling is where you're just counseled on a particular issue. But therapy is where we process. Therapy deals with ebintu. Nti Flavia, sagala kukozesa. But mbalina kwesanga example. Nti obako woyita nokankukozese cause your people's waliwo abakola yokuki. Nti obako woyita. Kwana woyinawo ku biwundu. Muneeta ebirabwa. Olaba ebiwe amabwa agasinga bafuna accident tugalaba. So it's easy to go to the doctor nomugamba no wannuma. Abantu balina ebibundu tebalina bwe bagamba we babaluma. Abantu betta. The statistics of people taking their lives. Statistics of people. Abantu abamu bali mabala mulooza bali masanyu. No. Balina ebibaluma tebamanyi we akulagewa. Asongewa. Abantu bafudde abamu mu bufumbo. Nga teyalina vaamu. Mulimu abamu nga balina vaamu. Naye mulimu abamu nga talina vaamu. Naye ayina amabwa oyagala genda eyo nedda komawo wano. Okay? Bino bye biyamba abantu. Naye abamu talina walaga bantu. Akanya bagamba munyambe kino kye kibadde just telling them nedda abakazi baguma oba abasajja baguma oba naye ayina awamuluma toyina bwolaba waafa ggwawo. Abantu battingana Flavia.
Yes.
Abenganda betta, emikwano gitingana, abafumbo batingana. Those are hidden wounds that people are not paying attention to. Bitandika. Yes. Abaana batta bazadde baabwe. Nolowooza yakeera bukezi nga mutemu. No. Wounds that were not sorted nga bitandika bitono. Okitegeera. So this is where mental health or mental well-being. Kale olumu bwe tugamba mental health abantu balowooza nga kale kotandika na mental well-being. Nga bwe tugamba physical well-being Flavia. Abantu bangi tunyiridde kungulu naye nga munda ovunda. Abantu babeera mu zi company ba mu relationships or even friendships. Oba nabwe abantu tobalaba ku nguudo oli ne bakalabula emmotoka ye katono. Kale nkimanye ssente ziba zikulumye. Olumu bane tebakalabula omuntu n'avaamu ebigambo. Waliwo ekihappeninga.
Ngene bade trigger just.
Yes. Ate abamu bibaddewo for years. Nga bamugudde olirabeko kasasiro omanyi those big dustbins that you dump in. No dumping in, dumping in. Abeera okenga muggale. Gulawoko katini. That's what happens abantu abamu bwe bagula emimwa. Ebifuluma bulumi bwereere. Ne tebagenderera. People just don't know that you needed healing.
Inaugural National Alliance of Uganda Canadian Association Nauka Convention. Ina tuse okuvanga mwenda October paka 11 October 2026 kupinago Harbour Front Hotel downtown Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. Igini kwete mama Sanyu Sabanji omuli Dr. Jose Chameleon, King Michael, DJ Draka kuve Vancouver, DJ Cafe, Hanson Badiruno, DJ Timzi, Rev Boy, Leila Kayondo, DJ Shafika, Otize, Julie, Ezekiel Esther, Romy Bartholomew Odonga, Toswa Nauka Convention Boat Cruise, ku Pacific Ocean, and all-white sunset dinner cruise. Inelyetu lya kusasula dollars bibiri. Lumkanga 10 October 2026 mukaga. Sawa 12 ez'olweggulo nga tutandika okuseeyeeya ku Dock B760 Pacific Boulevard, Vancouver, BC. Registering obasasula online ku www.nauka.ca/convention. N'okumanya ebisinga ogenda ku info@nauka.ca. Oyinza okusasula nga gwe ku Equity Bank branch ne ku lyokompe. Iwugidwa Equity Bank, Kaliko Mutiman Company Advocates, Olives Expeditions Limited, BC Cranes, NIRA, Imagine Uganda, Ruin Rompotage Africa, Jericho Civil Engineering and Consultants Limited, Housing Finance Bank, Bank of Uganda, NSSF, the Uganda High Commission Ottawa.
Abantu abamu baakula tebabaagala waka nga tebabalaga. Abantu abamu baakula sometimes most parents, and without knowing. I love parents because they did a lot of things without knowing. Kye baali bamanyi nabo bwe baabakuza. Abaana bangi baali abused naye nga ewaka yali makage ne bamutiisatiisa bw'oyogera nja kutta. How in your home? Because there was a relationship that was abaana abeemanyi. Olabeka abaana abakulidde gye babaagala. They hug them all the time. They're very present. They're always affirming. Twasobola mugamba, I will kill you. They will tell you, no, my daddy will fire you. Or my mom will. Kati abantu abamu baakola ne bino. I have someone who reached out to me some years back. Nga nakatandika. No, like a few, in period nakatandika. Now reaching out nangamba, I don't want help. I don't want therapy. I don't want anything. I've just kugamba chengenda kola. Nampereza ticket ngaguse ticket yali ajja Uganda. Yampereza ndieri but yali ajja Uganda. Nangamba she was abused at age 3. Muchimanyi nti no tulowooza abantu. Abana baba bato at 3. There are people who remember things that happened to them at 5.
Yeah.
At 3.
Yes.
So uncle we, brother wa mama we. Yeah, uncle we.
Yes.
But yali muto. Muto bano ba muto teenager. Teenager above 18 or early 20s. I can't remember now the story. However, yamukwat. According to the girl, teyamanya kimuguddeko. She was young. Naye yayina ebyali bimu. So n'agenda ewa maama we. Mama we bw'amulaba bw'alaba ebyo. Mama we amanyi omwana balayika bena. Nambuuza obadde ki? Ani abadde nawe? N'amubula. N'amugamba kola ki omwana n'annyonnyola. She still doesn't know something wrong has been done to her. N'agamba w'ategeera nti something wrong has been done. Amukwata amukweka, obviously. Amutwala munda. Meetinga auntie we. Abaako ne byagane auntie wamugamba, have you called police? Omwana agamba bw'awulira police, she knew something wrong has happened.
Yes.
But remember, they're a child. So singa tulowooza abaana tebategeera, and really balina bye batategeera, but obwongo bw'abaana kye kintu, we normally encourage people to pay much attention in their developmental stages. 1 and 7, and then of course after 7 is a preteen, nebigendererako and all, because they can miss a development. Ebisinga byetufuuka Flavia, whether you have confidence, self-worth, validation, people pleasing, ebisinga bitandikira ebyo bitugwako mu eyo period. Okay? Because you interpret things differently. Mama bw'akoma we waka n'agamba oba taata, maybe ali busy abadde ne birthday, akana ne kajja baka, oh, mwana gwe weeyogeza. Oba mwana gwe, like, you kids interpret as I am not lovable, as sina magezi, as I don't have a voice, as you just have a bad day, oba nekyakuleetako obwo obudde is not worth what you want to handle. Yes. But interpretation, chovala constant speaking to them, no, do you feel like I love you? How do I make you feel loved? What is one thing I did making? Because by interpreting, zebazadde bange bantwalako mu boarding at 7 years.
Wow.
And at 7 years, the story I had, which is weird, because I wasn't a stubborn child. Nasanyamoko, which my mom did not, but I wasn't that stubborn child. I didn't really play much, but it is probably 5 years ago that we are having the conversation with my mom. And I'm like, Mante Kamugondi, because I was, and my mom is like, oh my God, Nangamba Bakosi. They were not taking good care of you. I was worried. My mom used to be very you know, boninga. Katinga gamba, ebintu nga lumbi batuwera maybe. She was just, can you imagine? She did it for me, but I spent over 20 years. Yes, of course some nigga could talk we are but like ngamuli munga bwemba mbale ebintu mami no wankola like mbale ebyo. Anyway, back to this girl's story. Awula police. She says nothing was communicated ne bamunaza. Police teyajula anko yasigala amulaba. When she turned 5, she brought it up. I said, child, mommy, ne bamusirisa. The conversations were not had. She continues to grow. She brings it up according to her before 10, around there, watandi say, awulira banne boogera. They still
ignored.
As at when she reached out to me, she was 27. And this girl told me, they have a reunion at home. Uncle yazala n'abaana, atayi n'abawala. He has a family. I'm sure he has even forgotten what he did. And she says that conversation they didn't have. Nagamba agenda je having. Ayagala agenda yeche chimutwala. Tagenda ba meeting. Because they were all meeting like family. Ayagala. Eyembozi jemwaga na tuogerenga ankula. Yes. So while trying to engage her, I'm trying to, just explore options if she's thinking about kubakati there are other children that are going to be damaged. Abana bomusajja. Auntie Kati jukira abana bo bamanyi daddy hero.
What are you talking about?
Auntie Kati, should we keep breaking people just to come out of our broken?
Of course, yes. I'm on her side.
You're on her side?
Yes. Why did he have to do it? Yes.
I know, I agree with why did he have to do it, but now they're innocent children.
Do I even care? I was also innocent. Yes.
Okay.
Why didn't he mind about me at that time?
Thank you. Kati fewano we tujira. For gwaffe kuba kati n'abo abaana twagala ba protecting. But anyway, before this wasn't even about Bana Wokab protecting her. I was trying to protect this. I was trying to see how to help this person. Najukira yangambi tayagala mukolata. Nangamba. Nangamba nemugamba ate mama we, because sometimes abazadde bayina ebintu byebalabanga ng'ebiswaza. I don't know why, and it's so sad. I still say it. People are abused. I don't know about abusing. Oh, let's not even get there. I have people, they've brought me in therapy.
Yes.
Men ngabakulu nenga abuse yatandikire.
Yes.
Bamonde maybe are struggling with pornography, or family, whatever, and we trace back everything to abuse and other things. But men don't talk, and men strangely sometimes interpret abuse different. Yes. In a way that naye umana naga mane mama we. Naka, she didn't fight for me. She did call police. Kuba yali Uganda. Nagamba, now this is the time. So chichi endeta. 27 years later. How old was she when it happened? 3 years. 3 minus 27.
24.
24. So someone has carried a wound jotalaba. Right now, Uganda Luis Yunga in Abueru. She's doing well. But that wound is still there. How do you think she's been showing up in relationships?
She must have been bitter. Very bitter.
Sometimes she may not even know. How do you think she's been? So this is the work that happens. Abantu tebamani. Then n'abantu abamu. Flavia bakola ebintu ebyo.
Babyerabira.
Naye n'obutali kwerabira. Nabo beetaaga help. Broken people break people.
Broken people?
Break people. Omuntu yenna akwata akaana, oba akwata omukazi, oba akwata omusajja, oba akaana akalenzi. Just like domestic violence. They're not okay. It's not an excuse. I'm just saying they need as much help as even the victims they inflict the pain on. So mental well-being or mental health. Nayene mama, I can't imagine what the mother lived with Muganda. So lava anti-train ya mental well-being banji but vena tujetaga. Sibana. Siba mama, siba tata, siba kasiba ku mirimu, abantu abamu batulugunyizibwa ku mirimu, ne bayita mu bintu nga bya ddala. N'atabeera okay. Abantu abamu balusinga business zaabwe. Because I'm also certified more grief management, I'm certified more emotional intelligence, more anger management, I'm certified like Mugundi Nyinj, more handling addictions, about substance abuse, and a few other things, childhood trauma. naye things like grief, kuba grief ebiseera ebisinga bwe tubeera n'abantu when we are having grief classes oba conferences oba workshops, abantu abasinga bwebabuuza grief, abantu ba-identifying grief more with you lost somebody.
Yes.
Naye mulimu omuntu nga yafiirwa omulimu Flavia teyadda ngulu.
Possible.
Teyadda ngulu. They think they're okay, but they're not. You're losing omulimu myaka katwayiseewo 5. Komi, their life has not remained the same. But the only explanation sometimes we give that to is spiritual forces bibaawo. But si bye byokka. Sometimes olina obulumi obutagganya kati buli wootuuka bosi aba akyagamba eno gundi ogikoleko mbamanyi bwe mutyo temwagala kumpa. You flare up. There are people who keep losing, let's say, jobs. And even relationships. Because I'm single gundi relationships but nazo. But mulimu abantu ng'emirimu tawangaalayo naye nga kiki olowooza talina mpisa si mpisa. Kiki kyalwanagana nakyo ekyo eva kye mulaba nga kifuluma wabwe.
Fyona, osangibwawa in case somebody wants your services.
Yes.
I believe they're going to reach out to you, and many would love to reach out to you for services or therapy obayambeko ku nga bw'obinnyonnyodde. Osangibwawa.
Nsangibwa at the moment mu Uganda tetunafuna offices. Okay? Tetunafuna offices. Netugezaako kunoonya offices. Tugezaako kulaba if we can establish here wadde nerituyina in Nigeria we have offices ziri ku gundi zaffe. Naye wano e Uganda tukyali more online. We can serve online, and then obviously twin offices tusobola okufuna ne tukola rembandiwo. However, I can give numbers that people can reach out to if that's okay.
Yeah, that's okay.
Nsaba ku that going.
So osobola okukola Zoom n'abali mu America.
Yes, because in Nigeria I have clients abatali mu Nigeria. Thank you.
Nga basobola reaching out on Zoom and all that.
Yes, in fact, I have sessions because tulina kweraba. I don't do sessions with people nga sibalaba. Yeah, because especially therapy, I have to be attentive. Nina abantu bokolako therapy, and then because trauma hides in the body, n'abantu bamanyi. Yeah, trauma zimuzibera mubiri. Nti omuntu mo having a session. I don't want to get into details. So, but yes, so you have to be seen. I have to be observing. Sometimes I have sessions with people, omuntu tazirika, but they almost. Yeah, some people even lose consciousness. Nenga jukira bujukizi kyaliwo.
N'atulika
Nenga abadde si kutulika kabafula. Nabanga takyassa. And you're wondering abadde atambula atya. Wow. Yeah.
So abafumbo, abaana, everybody
that ng'oyina w'oyise nga tewali okay. I have people who come, biwandiise biri simple. I have a current client, but her case is 3 heartbreaks. Kati goyinza olowooza nti kati mwemuva muze heartbreak after heartbreak like ndi okay. You're not okay. You think you're okay, but you're not.
Look, before you get into heartbreak, there has to be.
There has to be what?
Somebody there to. There has to be a shoulder to lean on.
Bomchikola. I didn't know. Tell me. Nina byotebikola. Because let me tell you, you're a human being, Flavia. Tosobola bango obadde oyagala ono omuntu nga ddala omwagala. And then you just say, wamanyira omutima nga nfuna shoulder y'okulininga. Omutima tebagulagira bwe gutyo. Omutima ogwo guyina emputu. Abaana bani abagoyemba. Aba blue three. Mutima gwange nkubuuliridde something. Naye munnange towuliriza. Omutima guyina emputu. You don't just. There are times it works. Or it may work, but not all times. Mulimu omuntu akusigalamu, depending on level of connection, depending on how long. For some people, how long. Ate abamayinza nobate badde long, nenga connection ebadde deep. Depending on ngeri gy'akutegedde. Flavia, mulimu omuntu akutegeera n'olowooza ndiddamu ofuna alinga ono naye ng'oli akulaze ngenze mbimaze. So eyo ebeera heartbreak. I'm just saying let people not minimize obulumi obumu bwe bayitamu naddala obuli significant. It doesn't mean buli no tuyita mu bintu ebitawaki mulimu ebimu kyekiri kino nga Flavia was okay. I worked on TV for how many years? I was mbolooza sayinayo stress mbolooza tewabayo ebitawakinga out. I lost call money napangisaako awo ekizimbe kya ebukoto omusajja n'atubba millions of money nga tumusasudde. So there are mulimu ebintu bye tuyitamu stress here and there, okay? But wabaako kowootu kano gamba kino. But I didn't know until also God showed me that I needed that healing. And now that I saw this version of me after healing Flavia, I wish it on everybody.
Read the number.
So, abagalo tugira, I'll give them a Nigerian number, Eric WhatsApp. I'll give them a Nigerian number, Eric WhatsApp. Then ngenda bane Ugandan number. I'll give them also a Ugandan number that they can
reach out to.
That they can call.
Ugandan number. Okay.
So kantandikene in Nigeria +234 906 161 151 8. Ngenda judam Nigerian numbers are slightly longer. Olienso kambaba ya chisemi bubi kanjidem code eli +256. No, my apologies. +234 906 161 151 8. Oba osobola otufunako, then osobola n'okutufuna on this Ugandan number for Ugandan number 07 temwetaaga bya +256, but if you need it, but it's 0775 06 45 85.
Njidde mu Luganda.
Zero is not. Noti musanvu musanvu tano. 0 mukaaga. Not mukaaga. Flavia, no. 0775.
Okay, let me help you.
Thank you.
Yeah. The Ugandan number, I did know team musanvu tano 0 mukaaga 45 85. Just in case you want to talk to Fyona Kirabo, I did know team musanvu tano 0 mukaaga 45 85. Ate in Nigeria, eno bako nkube in Nigeria edi WhatsApp,
Nigeria eno.
In Nigeria eri +2 +2 chenda nkaga mwemu 15 18. Nigerian number eri +2 that's Nigerian code chenda nkaga mwemu 15 18. Eyo no yo erine ku WhatsApp. In case wetaaga Fyona Kirabo for her services, osobola okubanga reaching out.
Yeah, ate nekira to training.
Okay.
By counselors, by therapists. Like I said, counseling is just, they counsel you on that matter. And all. So we have those services. Normally it's better one time. But therapy, we process old wounds. What's moving forward better or in a good way. So that's therapy. We deal with old wounds and all. Marriages, they start working out because sometimes we replicate the experiences.
Yes.
Whether men, whether women. Do you want? Because for me, some of the things that I had to do was I had to go back to the drawing board. How did I get here? Nasoka never blame game. Nasoka nenyiga. But when God healed me, I went back to how did I get here? How did I choose this? How did I and that helped me heal. Because if you sing a tumbler no busungu no bulumi tebu yamba. Chiringa on your own. You don't need that. So some people you can need in a relationship because sometimes you don't know who you became after a particular relationship. That's therapy for you. Then we also offer coaching. Coaching is where someone says, I want self-development. I want to be a better leader. I want to be a better speaker. I want to be different things. We teach courses. We even have coachings on things like spiritual lives. How to have a personal and better relationship with God. Gwenga gwe. Oleme kuba nti omusumba bwagamba bwagamba tozala bwagamba kino abasumba si babi ne siba katonda ate ne Bible yatugamba batugamba they see in part mulimu byatajja kulaba. So just you, and then it's a beautiful thing. Kuba ze ekiro bwe waba wekigudde ku mwana wo nga you can't access your pastor because sometimes there's this slavery thing that church to take their own. I commend all the churches that are trying to teach binebintu. So we coach mwebyo, but we coach nemo bidala. We coach by coaches. Atabe yongera because I'm going to tusobola gukola. So to coaching abantu abaserving as the organization, abamu the church, abamu byebakola emirimu, and abamu abagala chikola as a career. We have those courses. We also coach to training about therapists.
Okay.
Yeah.
So at any given chance, Kirabo, onokumoko ku mitimbagano for a show or podcast or something?
It's been a lot of people have suggested it, Flavia. You know, and a number of people really want me to come back and give this new version of myself, and we'll see. Because I need more people to be healed. I need more people to come into their identities. I need more people to find their purpose. So if an opportunity that is worth it, and worth it, but I mean Gadala, there's going to be impact. I wouldn't mind, collaborating with a platform or something.
Do you charge for your therapy session? One session?
Therapy sessions are often not just one, a counseling session or a consultation.
Okay, so how much is that?
So therapy, because normally you may need at least session to tell zibanga satutunya estandikirwako oba munana oba 12 depending on how vast the issue is oba byetugenda dealing anabyo. But per session, to be honest, price for Ugandans nachisamuko.
Okay.
Yeah, because also wanate bacha eri at least abantu bagenda bategeera koko wadde nabo, but eri waliyo koko gondi ko ground naye wano, so it's 100,000.
Mitwalo 10.
Yes, per session.
Consultation?
No, 10 for in Uganda.
Okay. Eyitaza Kirabo Fyona, enamba y'essimu agikuwadde.
They can find me one take. Bantu babule how you put me on TikTok. Rally Rutalo. But I didn't know.
By the way, Fyona is on TikTok. Just go there and search for Fyona Kirabo. She's on TikTok.
Fyona Kirabo, I think official.
Fyona Kirabo official. Yes.
So yeah,
she's on TikTok. Jakubanga omusangako. Facebook. Come on, Facebook. Come on, Instagram. Yes, we have Facebook. It's open now. Now we open. Yes.
Okay.
Come back.
No Facebook city, but
TikTok. Come back.
But now I know kuita more
Of course, ngenda gabe simu gwe kyobomanya. Lastly.
Okay.
Now that you healed. Yes. Lastly.
But am I into my ladies?
We were done. Now that you healed. Oga, did you find an Oga in Nigeria?
Manang. Yeah. Ogenda yo diofnoga. Mpumole. Like Oga, now that I'm healed, Oga wanabera. Fulla you will see.
So Oga no Oga. Oga wana your money.
I thought we can chop our money.
I don't know. As a Nigerian, the Nigeria is Oga. And Fyona, the Oga be senator. Definitely senator.
Senator Bafumbo. I said Bafumbo Zembaga.
Tell us senator but Bafumbo.
Achisibu.
Oli.
Kujakonga divorced.
Yeah. No tugabo gabaga baby into yo sende zibayita mu buyisi. Mbo. Fyona. So
yes, I think
they do.
Yeah, they do.
Wafuna choga.
Nganchagaza chimkambi baba Bafumbo.
Kirabo.
Ano basaga basaje Bafumbo.
Oga kitegezaje?
I think Oga boss.
Oh, boss. But there must be Ogas that are not Bafumbo.
No, Bogambo Goli. Muba Senator Flavia Chintoch. One is if you say Oga, I call my security men like Abakuma Getiang. I call them Oga, just to honor them.
Oga.
So Oga can be, but the Oga you're talking about is Oga Kubaola baby Nigeria. So ba Oga Bola baby ba Oganti Mogaga. Never another any bully. Mokoza ita mukamawe Oga. I think that's the word.
Did you get Ugandan girls asking you to get them Ogas in Nigeria?
Not really, because like I said when Nagenda, I cut off from a lot of people. But also sina nyobantu. I don't really have friends who would boldly ask me such a thing because Sibo to call.
Sometimes I don't even your friends. These random people who just get into your inbox. Flavia, mfunia yo kuchizungu, mfunia I got many. Mu America, Flavia mfunia, even men actually. Flavia mfunia yo chikaze chizungu, zachishuga mamize mfunia yo
bafuna green card.
Abavubuka, mfunia yo chikaze chizungu fula. Abawala fula mfunia yo chizungu. Katiche kaboga.
Sinabafuna negwa bansabye bantu. Gwansabye ba senator nebo ogadosa gwafunye obuvuma abalala.
Njagala ba abebyobufuzi abakulembeze be Nigeria abo. Njagala abasima amafuta abo.
Ajebali.
Mbalete kwe Uganda wano.
Ajebali.
Connection contact.
Baga balete Uganda college.
Kunte kamusente mu byobufuzi.
No, Jebali, but you can partner with some of them.
Hey,
they are good bagala businesses, obviously. Not just senators. I'm just saying Nigerians in Uganda. So you find people who want to. Hey, bofuna omuntu ne mukwatagana nga mwalaininga. Yeah. Ngane sente zoze sigaje. You can work. That's possible.
Wala bako juju.
Okumula botya.
In Nigeria.
Anti okumula botya.
Ngawe bibeera ulina akuloga ono bamuloze.
I think abantu baloga ne Uganda kati ne Uganda oyinza okugamba walabako nti
Nigeria kisukka. Nigeria batulaga mu movies nti bakulaga olugenda omusawo nakulaga nti ono yakuloga wuyo mu baafu ng'omulaba.
Ne Uganda abantu ambagamba.
Kizibu.
Balimba.
Simanyi.
Simanyi naye ebyo kati ebyo mbambirabira coach. Nenge amalogo gabayo nene Katonda jali. Ne mulima amalogo gotajja kulaba.
Kale tusibule. Just no padde embozi. I didn't expect all this. At some point mbadde nga spectator nga ndaba bulabi went ninga akirabo. Genda maaso basibule.
Banange mwebale kutulaba. Okay. Mwebale kutulaba aba Diaspora Connect. Thank you for rolling with Flavia ebbanga lino lyonna. Mujjukira we yatandikira wali mu America. You know, natandikira.
Oh God.
America. No, but I'm happy for the journey. I see the progress.
Now we're turning a big sis.
Big. So, mwebale kubera naye mwebale muwagira mwebale kula abantu bana bemulaba. For all the guests, thank you for sharing your wisdom. Thank you for sharing your experiences. Nadale Zimba abantu, which I think most of them. So many, but I've watched quite a few. And so thank you everyone. Thank you so much for everyone who loves me. Some people have told me, I'm like, you know, but I'm very humbled and thank you. And abadde bagamba nti nabula kyoba nekweka I just
you just took a break.
Yeah,
now you're back.
In what?
Bagenda okukubira obusimu ogenda kwombolera ojja kwombolera. But
thank you Flavia for having me.
Thank you for accepting to come here. It's banange mwe bana mwe singamba buli atempese mu bite yakirabo. Not ba sharing all that. Mumpe engalo. People mumpe engalo. This girl here. Yajada naebulika kuwa today, tomorrow, more than 3 months, right?
Flavia, no. It's been 2 months.
But 2 is of course da. Nga nkweta yiride. Panange ne mga lero na ngambe cha. Nukafina abantu. Bathu bali ku tides. Nwagamba half Flavia agenda muleta wa. Akantu tekajja. Wewe ngamba ku TikTok. Flavia shifira bonade ngatutu wadde kantu. Nembagamba nkaleta nembagamba bagenda ku bagenda bamanja oyo to a part 2 are you still ochamulizaako ogondi oli mukwano gwo
ani igwe ani nange nkudemende
Rema umulizaako namakula mfanfeewo mutumireko nga tusibula tumira
chinga nine simu yenga twogera
mwogera
lwaki tubate twogera Flavia twabaje
kwanza wamulabako wasubwa gwe utewaliwo
saliwo
kumikolo
nali kumikolo my family was there.
Are you in person?
I was there in video. I was supposed to come
but you didn't come.
Yes, yeah. Walwe byankwa
subwanze nkubulira bwetubana ngenda Allahumma salli
kuche chikulu ya nyuma. She's happy. That's what matters.
Until next time, Broad Future Day and Boarding Secondary School wali ebwebaja. Batuteeka mu akasente akangi gwe n'omuyizi anoonya essomero ery'okutwalamu omwana wo, abasomesa abatendeka obulungi abagenda oyigiriza omwana wo curriculum empya. Yes, omwana asome arts and sciences baliyita Bright Future bwebajja. Ku Entebbe Road awo ku kkubo tulina day and boarding tulina abalenzi n'abawala mutuyeetera abayizi basome bannange. Inquire from me and I'll give you all the details about Bright Future. Same as Gomba Business and Technical Institute. Branch eri Nansana ate main campus eri Gomba. Abagala mawulire, computer, abagala osoma enviiri, kutunga byalaani, everything. Gomba Business and Technical Institute. From me and my team, Prony, Ronald, Samuel, Tony, Olivia, we love you so much. Diaspora Connect UG, we bring you closer to home. My name is Mary Flavia Namulindwa Kula Mwana Kwestokera.
You're watching Diaspora Connect UG. The views expressed on this program or commentary are solely of the individuals providing them and do not represent or reflect the official policy or position of this YouTube channel or its management. You've been watching Diaspora Connect UG, bringing you closer to home.